I want to share one of the more intense moments from the training, which happened when we were doing an activity about minority experiences and how the majority handles the minority. So in this case, an Israeli woman came up and shared her experience as an Israeli living in a European country after October 7th, and how she felt very lonely and isolated when most of her friends were already out on the streets demonstrating, and she felt that there was very little empathy for her position, especially because she lost friends in the attack. And she stated, for me, Israel is not genocide. When I hear Israel, I don't hear genocide. I hear family, connection, friendships, love. And this in itself is very triggering to some people, which is also very interesting. It's like we've divided ourselves into the people who hear Israel and hear genocide, and the people who hear Israel and do not hear that at all. And we can't hold those two perspectives. We have to divide ourselves into camps. So this is what happened in the group, actually, that because some people were in the camp that couldn't hear that, there was a very challenging and intense atmosphere surrounding this conversation. And we had to work to kind of unravel to see what was behind this tension. And in order to do that, it's not about saying anything special, but really allowing the participants to work through what the energy of the room is right now. And I noticed, especially in one participant, it was very hard for her to hold those two perspectives, because on one hand, she was friends and had love for this participant. You could see that she was torn between this friendship and her ideology, and she was really struggling. And when we don't have these experiences, it's very easy for us to just either isolate, to choose, I go with the ideology, forget the friendship, or I go with the friendship and forget the ideology, but we very rarely give ourselves the chance to sit in that struggle. And to do that is not easy. I was really feeling for this participant, even though it doesn't matter whether I agree or not, or what I think of when I hear Israel. It really is not part of the equation here. The point is that you have these two very conflicting, very tense perspectives, and it would be just a waste of time to try to figure out which is the right one when you hear Israel, because for this person it's this, and for this person it's this, and that they have a love and a friendship between them. So which way can we go? And so we kind of just put attention and light on this and saw how complex it is and how hard it is to hold these two diverse perspectives. But if we don't do it, then we're just splitting ourselves. And every way that we engage in the debate about Israel, about genocide, is by fighting. And then we put more fighting into the already existing fighting. And what good is that? So actually, if we put an emphasis on the love and the connection between people, even with diverse perspectives, we can come to solutions. People think they can come to solutions when they divide and they say, but this system is oppressive. Yes, that could be true, but not everybody has that shared reality. And in order to have creative solutions to this very complex conflict, we have to also be able to sit with the different realities, even when they conflict, even when they are uncomfortable, even when they challenge our own ideology, even when they challenge our sense of security and what we believe in is right or wrong. That's the hardest one. But if we're able to do that, we can really start to dissolve those borders that actually keep us not only separated, but able to be manipulated against each other. That's what I believe. So we were able to kind of touch that and unravel a bit of that ideology for the sake of friendship and connection and love in the group.